Alrighty, good morning, guys. Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com. First thing, Kodak having another big run here. Shares are up 600% here this week already. Kodak shares 18.14 a share. AMD had a big beat. That stock's up about 11.5% right now. Broke that 75 resistance we were talking about yesterday. We were talking about the implied move, getting it possibly up to that 75. We didn't make that special iron condor we were talking about making there. But we do have NVIDIA, and NVIDIA is getting a pop off AMD, and I'm looking forward to looking at those gains today. We got about 2 minutes until opening bell here. Fed decision today at 2 p.m., guys. You got to remember that. At 2 p.m. today, you're going to see the markets go crazy, okay? We're going to see some volatility. So if you're in positions, make sure, a half hour before 2 there, if you're day trading, be cautious because you're going to see those big candles, and you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So 18.40 a share here on Kodak. Shares up over 600% to start the week. We were talking about that yesterday when they were at 7. What a climb. NVIDIA, we're going to look at some day trades today. Facebook earnings after the bell today. We got some major earnings after the bell today, including Facebook, PayPal, Qualcomm, Teladoc, Allegiant, Lam Research, Boeing this morning, Shopify, Spotify, GE, GM, Wingstop, Blue Apron, Six Flags, all those reported this morning. So we got some really good stocks we could be looking at for some day trade setups. So I want you guys go to our newsletter, our daily newsletter that we posted this morning. I want you to take a look at the stocks that reported earnings this morning because they're going to have an IV crush. The options are going to decay here, and those options we can pick up today for a quick day trade and have some really nice returns there following our trade plan. So please, I want you guys to do this with us here as a team so you guys can see how nice this works out today. So earnings trades, Boeing, Shopify, Spotify, GE, GM, Wingstop, Blue Apron, Six Flags. Those are the ones on our newsletter. Okay, now what I'd like you to do is look at the daily chart on those and see if you see any that are really starting to climb off their lows or break down from their highs using our trade plan. If you find one, I want you to announce it in the trade room, or you guys could speak up here on live video. Okay, those of you who are on YouTube, you guys are a little bit delayed. I have our clients at Breaking Chart Alerts on Zoom. We're live here, so here comes opening bell. Let's see. That HMHC trade that we got yesterday, guys. Remember HMHC? That's up huge here. We're up nicely on that. HMHC. That's that learning company that I think it was Ohio said they were going to use, right? I'm going to lock in gains on that. Let's see. We'll lock them in at, 0.90. That's fine with me.
RDLS, Regulus, getting a little pop here on volume. Romeo Golf Lima Sandy.
Order status.
Announcing at the orphan drug designation.
That's live.
Treatment for autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease. That's RGLS. Romeo Golf Lima Sandy.
All right, I sold that HMHC. Sold that at 88 cents a contract. Could have held that open, but it's only up about 8%. If that starts breaking out, I could day trade that. I got rid of that here because I don't want to, have that one. Expiration was soon. I didn't want to watch other stocks here have that one go to negative and then have that trade turn into a loss. So always manage current trades. It's very important. Alrighty, HMHC. That one's done, gone, out of the way. Next one. Let's see. Overstock is on the run. I'm up nicely on our Overstock trade. Overstock 59.49 shares up about $1.13, almost up 2% for the day. It's not moving much yet. I want to see that break like 61. Guys, look at Kodak going 19.30 a share. Eddie, how you doing? What are you up on those Kodak calls that you had, Eddie? Look at that, 19.75 a share. Stocks up almost 700% here for the week already.
Buy right 15.
There she goes, running up to $20. $20, just broke 20. She's going for 21 now. Quick moving trade. 2050.
XSPA Express Buy.
Wow, look at that breakout on Kodak, guys.
About 3%.
What a move.
XSPA.
I'm watching Comcast trade here also. Yes, Samson, I'm watching Comcast there. If we want to exit, we could take a little loss here on Comcast if we want to get out now. We did get that for the earnings, though, if you remember.
50 cents now.
Now, you could day trade it if you wanted to day trade Comcast here, buy some calls, day trade that quick, and then hold on to that Comcast 43 strike put that we had for that earnings trade. Look at Kodak, 21.31, still breaking higher.
Shares of FireEye now popping here. FEYE, FireEye.
Tyler, usually when the market climbs, you'll see the COVID sector type of stocks pull back a bit. And then when the market's tanking, the COVID sector there, which are the pharmaceuticals and the learning stocks and all that type of stuff, then you'll see those climb. So it's like a ping pong game, Tyler. You know, when the market's climbing, you're looking for tech, you're looking for breakouts. When the market's looking to head lower there, you're looking for that COVID sector type of stocks. So today the markets are getting a little pop on earnings today. Fed announcement at 2 p.m. Remember, that's really important.
Eastman Kodak shares have been halted at 20.
Kodak shares have been halted.
Kodak and shares are halted up 168% on KODK Eastman Kodak.
Comcast still climbing there. Yes, I did, Vinny. Very interesting. I didn't finish watching it, though. I gotta watch the rest of it. Oh, by the way, guys. Let me see where we are here. One of our members, James Thompson, it's his birthday today. Let's find him a nice winning trade. That's what he said he wanted for his birthday present today. A winning trade. Happy birthday, James Thompson. Nice to have you with us. Hope you're having a great start to the birthday. Yes, Eddie. Kodak is halted. Eddie, what are you up on that Kodak trade? Shares are up 168% today on Kodak. Wow. Neutral on FireEye, raises price target of $15 on FireEye. Smile Direct Club. Smile Direct Club shares are trading higher after the company launched Smile Direct Club Teen. Ticker symbol SDC.
NBIS.
Robin, that's what the Federal Reserve sets the interest rates at when they loan the money to the banks. What the banks have to pay the Federal Reserve back, and then obviously whatever they get it from the Federal Reserve, if they higher interest rates, that means the banks are going to higher interest rates for its customers. So it's really important to watch those. Let's see, NVIDIA. There we go, NVIDIA, 417.06. We're looking for a nice run on NVIDIA here. We might see it. We might see it at 430 by the end of the week here. We have the NVIDIA 420. We paid 630 for it, so that's easy. Facebook and and
TSM,
PayPal have
Taiwan,
earnings today. If they do well, Nvidia is going to hit 430, might even get to 440. So Nvidia is going to be a nice piggyback trade. I don't want to sell that too early. I think that's going to be closer to a 200%er or higher. And look at those candles here on Nvidia. What a breakout. She just climbed $2 here in the matter of 2 minutes. That's a big breakout on Nvidia. There she goes, 418. She just went from 415 to 418 in 2 minutes. $3 climb. That's a nice breakout happening right now on Nvidia. So we'll keep our target on that. Eddie still hasn't told us what he's up on those Kodak calls. I'd love to know.
Moderna pulling back here now, 80.38. Michael Romeo November Alpha.
Nice. I just saw Vilio said he closed the HMHC at 25% gain. Nice job. PayPal's climbing earnings today. He's saying there goes Nvidia again. There goes Kodak. It just opened, Eddie. 21.61. Shares pulling back significantly there. If you're going to sell, do it. I think it was just halted again there. Definitely. That one has stayed flat like that. Let's see Nvidia hit that 420. Let's see Moderna, mRNA. Let me look at that at the other chart here.
Shares of Kodak hitting 2205, then pulling back to 1979 and halted again on a circuit breaker, KODK.
Finney, you're up 50% on Kodak. You should be up much more than that if you got the calls yesterday. I wouldn't add to Nvidia yet, no. Too many what ifs with earnings yet. Eddie, how much are you up on those Kodak? He got in early yesterday, like what, $6, $7 a share? He got the calls for that, so I'd like to know what. They were quite expensive. I didn't jump in myself. Moderna, let's take a look at Moderna. No, Moderna. I still love our spread that we have. We have the 80-85 spread on Moderna for the August 21st expiration.
Texas says he wants to do something to help Americans from evictions and with direct payments. Says in the rest of it, we're so far apart we don't care. The Democrats aren't taking care of the people. That's from Fox Business headlines.
Alrighty, Trump just made an announcement there. He said he's going to Texas. The Democrats are dumb and they're not getting anything done. So he's going to go there and take action against the evictions that are taking place in Texas. So that might get a nice, if he does an executive order halting evictions and stuff. I'm trying to think what he's going there for, because obviously, you know, you got to think about Trump. He likes the national headline. So he's going to go to one of the hardest hit COVID places. He's going to make an announcement there, an executive order possibly, halting evictions. That's what I'm thinking in my head. What is he going to do there? And if he does that, that's probably going to have the market climb there, halting evictions. So I like that. Because with Trump, whenever he announces he's going to be doing something or going somewhere, there's always a motive to it. So as a trader here, we got to think about what he's planning on doing and how can we take advantage of that. So I like that. So the outcome of whatever he's doing in Texas there, And like he said, if it has to do with evictions and halting that, that's good news for the markets. John said he sold NVIDIA at open for a 39% gain. Nice job, Johnny. NVIDIA is still, let's see, NVDA. But yeah, the Moderna, that's going into earnings. That's going into their trial. And that's going towards the end of August. So I like that spread we have on Moderna. If anything, I might buy back that short leg, add to the long calls, and then turn it into another spread when she climbs back above $85 a share, which is a beautiful strategy to use there.
From clinicaltrials.gov, that's Victor Sandy Tango Michael, VSTM.
NVIDIA on the climb again. Look at how nicely this here is coming here. Retracement down to that 20. It's been holding that 20 the entire time. And now we're seeing a nice little trend higher here. Nice breakout. Now we're going to be looking for 420.
Getting a pop to the high $1.57.
That's going to be our next resistance.
Postings from clinical trials.
And that's what we're going to be looking for. If we could break that 420 today, there's no doubt in my mind we're going for that 430, possibly even 440, because if you remember, she was upgraded the other day there. So keep that in mind and keep an eye on NVIDIA. She's a mover. She has big moves really quick, and she could easily break that 420. If she does break that 420, I'd have a 430 to 440 target on our NVIDIA share, our contracts. And remember, we have the NVIDIA July 31st 420 strikes. So if we get up to that 430, that's going to be about 150% gain just on those. Now, if we get up to that 440, we're looking at closer to a 400% return. Quantum, even E-Trade, you can't find short shares.
Pending home sales for June.
Kodak's continuing to pull back. Eddie Santos said he finally got out of Kodak. He made a 250% return on his Kodak calls. Nice job, Eddie. Look at NVIDIA go. Let's see it break that 418.50.
Initial pop, ESTM.
There goes NVIDIA. Nice climb on NVIDIA. Nice breakout again.
Shares of Kodak open again, 1931, in a high of 2205, and then.
I think I might make another trade in the trade challenge account for NVIDIA.
KODK,
I'm thinking about doing that, guys.
January 7.5 call sweep.
I think that's going to have a big push higher, NVIDIA. I like the size of the candles. I like the looks of the chart. I like how it's retracing down to that 10 and holding a break and higher. I like the looks of NVIDIA. Let's see what AMD's doing next to it, seeing if AMD is going to still climb here, if that's pretty much flushed out for the day. There goes NVIDIA again. Exactly, Vinny. That's what I mean. When you find these setups like you do on NVIDIA, where it's following that trade plan to perfection there, you know, those are usually the stronger breakouts and the ones that do really well with the trade plan. Now you can see if we're looking at a daily chart now and zooming out a little bit here. So you can see here what we're looking at is we're looking at that resistance it's been holding, especially in this cluster right here of candles. It's been holding that 420 area for the past, since July. So since beginning of July till now, she's been holding at that 420 resistance.
That's CCJ.
So 420 is acting as resistance. So this is why I'm saying here, what we're looking for is that first candle above, and then we could be really adding to our position on NVIDIA, and then we could be looking for that 430 to 440 target. So that's a really nice setup here on NVIDIA. We have to watch for that 420. If she fails at that 420 like she did back here and then started pulling back, retraced down to that 20 on a daily, now it's getting back up to it. I don't want to see it fail at that resistance. So that's why I'm saying if she gets up to that 420 today and breaks through that, I'm going to be adding to the trade challenge account here a trade on NVIDIA for this week's expiration. It's a nice setup there. And there goes AMD continuing to climb. Holding that 20 here on AMD. You're going to have some resistance right at around 76.50 on AMD.
FRSX, company tweeting, Foresight. Says numerous accidents show that autonomous vehicles need thermal cameras. FLIR and FRSX have partnered to bring reliable and durable thermal cameras.
Elias says, take a
combined with
look at
advanced AI and
Amazon,
algorithms
3-month daily.
capabilities that meet the autonomous vehicle requirements. That's FRSX, Foxtrot Romeo Sandy X-ray.
Amazon 3-month daily, it's forming a wedge there. A wedge, and it's got resistance at 3,200, support at 29. So you're having a wedge happen right now. You're waiting for that to finish up and get that signal. Once you do, you got that 2,900 support, 3,200 resistance. Remember, Amazon earnings are, what, tomorrow? Sajir says UPS is continuing to climb higher there. I think, Avilio, you still in that UPS? Or did you sell it? He closed it. For a profit? Yes, good job. Look at this chart here. Remember we were talking about this, Avilio, when you're at the office here? We were talking about the consolidation, the breakout momentum. Consolidation, retracement back down to that 10, and then that breakout. And you see today you're getting that after that consolidation. That 120, when you were here, I was telling you that 120's resistance. Finally got that green candle above that. I'm going to be looking for a 125 target this week on UPS. This week, next week, easy 125 target. So if you got the options for it, that's a $3 climb from where she's currently at here. So if you brought this down the option chain here, let's pull up UPS on the option chain and look for something maybe for the August 7th expo, next week's expiration. And if you take a look here, we'll add all the strikes. And let's take a look. She's at 122 now. So if you picked up that 122, she's going for about 385. Now let's go to this option chain here, bring up the columns, and bring up the delta and theta here for time decay. And let's see, what are we looking for? Theta. And okay. Now here we go. So now we can see if we pick up that 122 strike, we got a delta of 0.532. So if that continues, and she's in breakout momentum now. So if that quickly continues up to that 125 in the next day or two, that's a 3-point climb, right? So now what we're doing here, Avilio, take a look here. So that's from 122 to the 125 target. That equals $3, right? A $3 move. So now what we're doing is taking that $3 move there, $3 climb, and we're saying, okay, let's multiply that by the delta of 0.525. So $3, multiply that by 0.525. So that means this option right here that you're paying $3.85 for, okay, 3.85. Now that's saying when you multiply that $3 by that 0.52, whatever it was before, that comes out to 1.58. So that means this is going to increase by 1.58. So now what you should be doing before you even enter into this trade, saying, okay, if I'm paying $3.85 for it, my target's going to be that 125. Well, if it gets to that 125, we have a delta of 0.525. Multiply that by that move that we're expecting. Now we could see 3.85 plus 1.58, and that's 5.43. So this would be right where we'd be looking to sell our contracts at if we got into this trade and we're looking for that 125 target. So here's that target on UPS, which is a nice trade idea right here for you guys. 125 target. She's in breakout momentum. It just broke that resistance, right? That resistance is right here on UPS. It's been holding that resistance for a while. This was the consolidation area, right, Avilio? We were talking about that. And you can see, again, perfect. Trade plan, perfection. Breakout momentum, consolidation at the 10, breakout momentum, looking for that next target, which is going to be that 125. So 5.43, divide that by what you paid for it. 5.43, divide that by 3.85, and that means you're looking for a target of around 41% on this trade if it gets up quickly to that 125, which isn't bad. Now, if you, instead of going for that August 7th, if you went for the July 31st, now let's take a look at that one there. So let's see, let's clear that up. Now, if you went with the July 31st expiration here, right? The 122, we'd go with the 123. That's expensive. So obviously they have earnings this week, right? Okay, so see, I was able to tell that without even looking at the earnings calendar, because if you could see here, the premium's just about the same. If I was going to something this week, which, you know, is already decayed by 2 days, you know, so you only have 3 more days, you know, that time decay shouldn't be that little there for something. You know, 122 is going for 375, and then the 122 for next week is going for, you know, 412. So that's, you know, that's a negligible difference there for going out a whole nother week there. So that option, so obviously it's much worth it to go with the August 7th expo than with the July 31st if you're doing an earnings trade, you know, because that time is much more valuable than when they report this week and then only having a day or two of trading before they're done. Look at UPS still going 122.80 a share. If you got into that trade before, you're already up nicely on that. Avilio said he's up 8% on the UPS trade. Nice. It's a nice breakout there. I like that. So that's exactly what we're looking for there with UPS. That's a really nice trade idea there. That might hit that 125 target today, to be honest with you. Today or tomorrow. And then with earnings, she might easily get up to 130 with earnings. So you got to think about that. And then you got to look at the implied move. You know, if it has a 10% implied move, well, there's a $12 move there right there. AMD still breaking out. There goes UPS again. Jack Dottie, welcome aboard. Just signed up for the yearly Pro Trader membership. He upgraded his account. We're building out the education suite as we talk, so welcome aboard. I got a few videos I'm gonna make today on the lunch break for you guys.
Coming
Some
up
really nice.
at 10 a.m. Pending home sales for June.
Pending
Plus
home sales for
15%
June.
expected.
How many of you guys are in T-Doc?
Halted, Kodak.
Ooh, Kodak halted again. What's going on with Kodak? Oh, back up to 21 bucks there, Eddie.
Looks like pending news on Kodak.
More pending news on
KODK.
Kodak that's coming out. So let's listen in here. They're going to be making a major announcement for Kodak here momentarily. Shares are halted and waiting on news.
Again, Kodak shares halted now. Pending news. KODK.
Sajir, I could give you an incredible T-Doc earnings trade idea if you're not already in one of our trade ideas for T-Doc earnings. I got an out-of-the-money spread for it, and that could have a major payoff here. But it has to have a big move. So we'll see. Shares of Kodak are up 160% right now.
Pending home sales plus 16.6% versus the 15% that was expected on pending home sales.
Pending home sales higher than expected. Let's see, members in the trade room are jumping in SPY. Nice breakout there. There's a 1020 cross, breakout momentum, retracement back down to that 10, 322.70 support. Next breakout, you're looking for it to break that 323. If it breaks that 323 on this next candle here, you're going to be looking for another nice run. There she goes. What expo did you guys get? The Today Expo or this week's?
KODK now resuming 21.20.
There goes Kodak starting to run again.
Shares were halted. Now resuming. Reuters said there was news pending. Apparently not. The shares are hitting the high now, 22.8.
Wow, look at that. New highs on Kodak.
KODK.
Kodak up 181% for the day. There goes SPY. Big run on SPY. There goes Kodak nearing 23 bucks. What a run. Look at SPY go too. What are you up on, Avilio, on that SPY call? Eddie, Avilio, what are you guys up on that big move there, that big candle?
Treasury says it agrees to
15%?
build the Postal Service on conditions of a loan of up to
Look
$10
at
billion
Kodak.
from coronavirus relief
Wow.
legislation.
Shares up 190% on Kodak.
Romeo Alpha Delta says now operating 264 testing sites in 15 states. That's Romeo Alpha Delta, Rite Aid.
Rite Aid 2000. Jose Cuervos just said, I just upgraded from monthly to annual membership. It was all paid for by trading using the trade plan and feedback from the team in the trade room. It's well worth the time and money. He just said that on YouTube Live here. Thank you. Is that Jose? I don't know. His username is JD Huevos. I think I saw. I don't know what Jose.
Shares of Kodak.
I don't know.
Are halted again. KODK.
JD Huevos.
2427. Kodak.
Where is he in the trade room? I never saw that name here. Oh, there he is. Jack Dottie. Oh, okay. Look at Kodak, up 206% for the day. 24.27. We were talking about that as what, $16 here in the pre-market. She's nearly doubled again. It is, Jack. It's really nice having you aboard with us. And congratulations on the nice trades there. Nicely done there. Avilio, what are you up? You and Eddie on your spy calls right now. Love to see that. 17%. I thought it would have been more like 30. What expo do you have, Avilio? 10% on UPS. Amy's up 21%. Today's expo on SPY. Nice. Nice, 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 guys. Alrighty. Watch Kodak get up to $100 a share. Man, that company was literally ready for bankruptcy. I was actually reading the financials about probably 8 months ago about Kodak and how they were really struggling as a camera company. And bam, right in its lap, $1 billion from the government. Say, hey, you're struggling with your camera company. Why don't you just make drugs now? We'll give you $1 billion to start. I mean, what makes it? Why would they go to Kodak for that? Don't you think that should have been a bid for other businesses too? Exactly. Like they should have came to Breaking Chart Alerts and said, hey, you want to start making drugs? We'll give you $1 billion. You could start making the labels for the drugs. Whatever. Yeah, I would have said yeah. Not going to turn that down. You know, but it's weird. They went to a struggling, failing company that couldn't maintain it in their own industry. I love Kodak. Trust me, they got great product. The only thing with Kodak is they lack innovation and they lack creativity. They're just staying as a camera company and they're not advancing their technologies. And that's why most companies fail. They lack the ability to diversify their products and keep up with the times. And Kodak is just stuck in the 90s. No more locked doors on YouTube said they didn't want China to buy. They didn't want China to buy what? I'm not sure what you're saying there. They're out of SPY. Elias is out of SPY. He just made $1,800 on that breakout momentum. Elias, what candle did you get in? The first candle after that 1020 cross there? Nice breakout there. Avilio, or not Avilio, Elias up 1,800. Needed that. Nice job.
WYY, Y point.
Avilio, you still
popping
holding
here, 75
SPY?
cents. Whiskey Yankee Yankee.
Oh, he's out. Nice. What'd you lock in a gain on? $10.02 he was in. Wow, that's trade plan perfection there. Retracement down to that 10. Breakout in. Nice job. There goes Kodak.
When Kodak resumes trading, Kilo Oscar Delta Kilo.
Big pullback on Kodak there. Tyler says, thoughts on Piton. My thoughts on Piton are I got out yesterday for a 52% gain, and I'm really happy with that. So that's my initial thoughts. Secondary thoughts are 66.50 resistance, breakout momentum, 1020 cross, holding that 20 SMA. Look at Kodak go, 27 bucks. Wow. 240% today alone. This week she's up 800%. Blah blah on YouTube said Kodak had one of the first digital cameras. However, it cost too much money for the company to convert from film to digital. That's what I mean. You know, Kodak didn't innovate, and the key to, you know, having a company for a long time is innovation and market adaptation. Another nice breakout on Kodak. Shares halted again after that big climb there. Unbelievable. What a climb on Kodak. All I closed out so far today was that little profit that we had on. What did we close out? Piton, though, back to that 66.50 resistance. Not looking too bad. Not looking too bad there. That could be a nice day trade setup there for you, Tyler. Now on a 3-month daily, looking great to 70. Absolutely beautiful. If you wanted to do something like an out of the money vertical spread on Peloton, I'd be looking at something for this week's expo. She's going to climb there along with
Express Spot getting up hop here 353.
So I'd be looking buy to open, sell to open. I'd be looking at the vertical call spread for this week's expo. I'd be doing an out of the money, looking for the higher end there of that. I'd be looking at the 67, 68. Let's see what that's going for. That's going for 27 cents to be worth $1. 1, divide that by 0.28. That's a 257% max net gain there. If you got in for 28 cents and she got up to that 68 resistance. And, you know, she could easily do that. She's up 3% today. So if it were me, I'd probably either A, get the 65 strike call for this week's expo, or B, if you're looking for that higher risk to reward ratio there on a trade setup, 67, 68, or you could even do the 66, 67, which is probably pretty cheap. 40 cents to be worth $1. 1, divide that by 0.4. You're looking at a max net gain there of 150% if she gets above 67. So, and now she's 39 cents, so even more. 1, divide that by 0.39. You're looking at a 156% gain there if she hits that 67 or higher this week. So that's a nice trade setup there for you, Tyler. So it's either A, I'd go, if you wanted a regular call idea, I would do the Peloton 65 call. So Piton 65 call July 31st at 1.83 is theoretical value. 1.83. So that's the call idea. If you wanted a spread, here's the spread idea. Buy to open the July 31st 66.67 vertical spread. You can pick that up for 39 cents. Max that could be worth is $1. So $1 divide that by 0.39. 1 divide that by 0.39. That equals a 156% max gain. So above 67. So this one here for a 156% gain. Well, first off, 65 plus 1.83. Our break even, let's abbreviate that, BE, equals 66.83. So that's our break even, you know? And look at that, only 17 cents higher, and then we have 156% gain. Now for 100% gain on the calls here, we needed at 66.83 plus 1.83. We needed at 68.66. So now you see here, calls, and for 100% gain, okay, so for the calls here, a 100% gain, we need the stock at 68.66 compared to the spread here, which if we picked up the 66.67 vertical spread, max it could be worth is $1 above 67. That's going for 40 cents. We'll have 156% max gain if she's 67 or higher per share. So you can see it makes much more sense here to go with that spread compared to that call there. So every trade you're making, you should be understanding your resistance levels. Because if we're looking at 70 as resistance here, there goes Kodak again, nearing 28 bucks a share. Up 260% now for the day. $29. There she goes to $30 a share. Big breakout on Kodak. Wow, wow, wow. I am still in Moderna calls, SP. Absolutely. I'm in the spread for, look at that, $31. She's up 300% for today, nearly. What a climb. But going back to Piton, when you're looking at that, you see resistance right here. So you're saying resistance is 70 bucks. If she's in breakout momentum now, well, she's going to quickly get to that $70 resistance area. And then she's either going to fail at that, she's going to struggle with it, or break through it. That's the three things that's going to happen.
Kodak called it again, 30.
So if she's in breakout momentum
Kodak,
now, candle above
300%.
previous candle's body, and you're looking for that next resistance in that breakout momentum cycle and phase here, you're looking at that resistance. And I want to go within that resistance, because if it gets up to 70 and it struggles around 69, 70, I don't want anything to do with that. I want something that's going to be in the money. So picking up that 66, 67 vertical bull call spread here, as long as she's above $67 a share by July 31st here, then you're going to have that 156% gain on Peloton. So I hope you enjoyed that little analysis there of Peloton there, Tyler. Sorry if I went on a little bit too long there. I'd rather go over stuff like this all day, but it doesn't seem like you guys enjoy that aspect of it. But Jack Dottie says he does enjoy it and has a million questions. Let's see here. Piton. 65.75. It's going to be right around where support is on that one now. You're welcome, Tyler. I know, you guys love it. I was just joking with you. Guys, you guys have any questions here? Anything you want to go over? Alrighty, so what we're going to start doing, we're going to start having a segment called Unusual Options Activity. I wanted to start that today. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start getting off the live YouTube at 10:30, have that live for an hour each morning. Zoom will stay on. And then we're going to have the unusual options activity segment, and then I'll go over that with you guys first, and then I'll post that on YouTube there. Because you do find some nice setups there. I see no one did the homework, though, that we talked about this morning, looking for those setups on those earnings trades. Avilio said UPS is making him happy. Let's check that out. Nice. Sajir, I want you to go to the newsletter today that we released, and I want you to look at the companies that reported earnings today, the major ones, Shopify and those that we listed on the newsletter this morning. Take a look at the today 1 minute and see if you find a trend. Now, see UPS in front of us right here? This is a breakout momentum trend. So I want you to go to that newsletter, find the companies that released earnings this morning, not the ones after bell today. The top level are the ones that released this morning. The bottom level are ones that are released after the bell here. So again, if you go to our newsletter, let me pull that up here for you guys on YouTube if you guys want to follow along with what we do. So here's our newsletter from this morning. So what I want you to do is go here, and I want you to look at these. So these ones are ones that reported in the morning, and the bottom ones are the ones that report in the afternoon here, after 4 p.m. So go to Boeing, go to, let me see here, go to Boeing, go to Shopify, go to Spotify, go to GE, go to GM, Wingstop, Blue Apron, Six Flags. Look at their charts on a today 1 minute chart and see if you got a breakout momentum or a breakdown momentum per our trade plan. And if it's just like UPS, let me know. Let me know if you find a good setup there. I want to familiarize you guys with the trade plan as best as possible, and there's no better way to do it than with live trading here. Okay, so now if you guys find it, then we can make a trade on it together. Arivam, I have a special program that gives me all the unusual options activity earlier than most. So the people that you see post it on TV, I get that information much earlier than they post it. So I could actually go and tell you guys what's the biggest unusual options activity, because once they go on at 11:30 on CNBC talking about unusual options activity, it usually gets pumped up from their viewers, right? So if we're able to get that information a little bit earlier, view it, and then let you guys know, hey, here's the top three. They're probably going to be talking about these ones today. Look at Kodak, $36 a share now. Shares up 355% for the day. Another halt on Kodak. She might hit $100 a share. I mean, that's really definitely possible. That's incredible, to be honest with you. So Kodak went from a company that was just about bankrupt to now they're going to be producing these drugs, selling these drugs, and bam, profits are going to be coming in their laps.
3607, 354% KODK.
Unbelievable
Kodak
run on Kodak today. So yeah, so going back to that newsletter there, I wanted you guys to look at that and see if you could find a nice momentum type of chart there on any of those that reported earnings. John said AMD 26% year over year growth, stock to up to 75. That one had a nice breakout. See, I want to find one that had a big breakdown after earnings, and then now that's starting to climb. So those of you that have been with us for a few years, those are a great type of pattern and strategy I like to trade called a hook pattern. So if we find something that had a big 10% drop, and now all of a sudden it had its lows 9:30 this morning, and now it's in breakout momentum for the rest of the day, those are the types of trades I love to jump in on and have that 50% retracement from that drop as our target and look for that quick profit there. And we could utilize our option chain with our Greeks there to calculate our percent return that we're looking for up to that 50% retracement area. Vinny, what do you mean by my make some money in parentheses there is actually only recovering my losses? I'm not sure what you meant there. Oh, I'm sorry. That was this morning when I did that. Never mind. I was looking up this morning there for the earnings calendar. Vincenzo, are you in Kodak? Let's see. John says Boeing's in BDM. It's in consolidation right now there, but that's definitely, now you look at the 3-month daily, that's definitely in BDM. Remember when they were buying all those unusual call option activities back here, like last week or the week before, and I'm like, guys, I don't like Boeing. I don't think that's going to be going higher. It was a short squeeze. It had that big pop. I didn't trust it. And glad we didn't get in that, because that would have been a losing trade, a big one. GE.
KTOV kicked off, getting a pop here, 81 cents.
They announced they got killed by not
Oscar
having
Victor.
any of the jet engines. No one was buying jet engines off them. So they had a big drop on that. So on something like this, what I'd be looking at here is you're looking at it right around $6 is your support area.
Coming up at 10:30, crude inventories, a build of 357,000 expected. Distillates a draw of 267,000, and gasoline inventories a draw of 733,000.
So 650, that's
coming up in 4 minutes.
one support. So support number 1. And then support 2 is going to be at $6. So your target profit area, if you got into puts, is going to be between $6.50 and $6. So nice opportunity there to jump into those GE puts after they just announced that they had a big sales loss from those jet engines. So blah blah says possible hook pattern on eBay. Take a look. Let's take a look at that one. eBay, so see, what you have to realize first with a hook pattern is she's still making lows here, okay? So what you have to look for is that next candle, or if she holds that 55 and starts to climb.
GM, Golf Michael, GM CFO says its global economy continues recovery. Company expects
wow, Kodak just got up to almost $40.
Reported $5 billion with Q3 slightly stronger than Q4.
There she goes. She's going for another big run. 41, 42, 43, 44. Wow. She's halted again. Oh my God, I bet Eddie's kicking himself in the ass for not holding on to those. Oh man, oh man.
Kodak
Halted at 43.45.
Kodak halted at 43.48. Kodak halted at 43.45 actually, 43.45. Florida reports daily coronavirus hospitalizations for July 28th, up 2.34% or 582 from the previous day. Deaths up a record 217 or about 2.5%. And cases up 2.1%.
COVID is ravaging Florida here. Look at this. Wow. Big record on deaths today. Big record. I'm going to share this information here with you guys in the trade room. Once this gets on the news, that SPY is going to pull back. These are big numbers we're talking about. Records. And this is just normal information. This isn't political sides or anything. This is just information, data. So I don't want to hear sides about Republicans, Democrats on this. This is just data, and data does not lie. So new record numbers. Hold on, this is my mother. I have to make sure she's okay. She usually doesn't call.
Point 6 million barrels. Gasoline stocks a build of 654,000. Distillates a build of 503,000. Again, crude a draw of 10.61 million versus a build of 357,000 expected on crude. Crude popping here now 41.45. On that big draw on crude inventories versus the small build that was expected. NFIN, Netfin acquisition to combine with Triteris FinTech, company focused on global trade and trade finance. Netfin acquisition estimated post-transaction enterprise value of $674 million. That's NFIN. Shares of Netfin acquisition getting up. Little pop here, 1093. NFIN.
Alrighty.
U.S. total coronavirus deaths surpassed 150,000. That from Reuters.
Wow. Here are the numbers there before.
$11 the high now on NFIN.
Let's see. eBay is getting a nice little climb there. Anyone in the trade room in that? I'm watching Kodak there. I want to see what that one gets up to. Comcast had a big pullback from the highs there. There goes Kodak, $51 a share, halted again. She gets up to that $100. I bet you guys are going to be pretty upset, aren't you? Wow, Kodak. Kodak just broke $50. A company that was just ready to go bankrupt. Up over 1,000% now.
KODK, Eastman Kodak spokesperson responding to Tuesday's report of $765 million loan under the Defense Production Act, notes that venting the official press release was published on the U.S. Development Finance website, says International Development Finance website says company not currently planning to do its own press release. That's KODK, Kodak.
Kodak just admitted
Kodak
they got the money from the government.
Currently at 50.71, 50.60. Halted again on a circuit breaker. 50.71 the high on KODK.
Wow, what a move. Hey, Dr. Reber, how's practice doing out there? Things picking back up, or have things slowed down quite a bit? Jonathan Gutman, how about you too? How's practice been? Look at eBay still breaking out there, looking good. Nvidia's having a breakout here too. Let's bring up Nvidia. Nice candle there on Nvidia. Look at that candle. 1020 cross, breakout momentum. You have resistance right around 417.50. So you can break above that. You're going to be looking for those new highs again at 418.77 for the day. Jack Dottie said he needs AMD and Nvidia to do their thing. Looks like they're going to be doing their thing soon. Look at those steps on Kodak. I mean, that's showing you a big breakout, you know? There's some more volume coming in that too. I'm telling you, I really think she might get up to that $100 a share by the end of today. There goes Nvidia. And I was talking about that on air this morning. What a breakout, though. Eddie Santos, what'd you have? The $5 strike calls on it? Oh, man. Imagine that. He would have been up over $5,000 per contract. Nvidia having a nice climb there.
PRTK, Paratech Pharma. Report being circulated by traders now. company saying in an earlier press release from April that it has a
Credit Suisse just maintains neutral on Apple, raises the price target at 340.
Supply chain
Look at NVIDIA go, baby.
Cycling, that's being circulated now by traders. That older press release, KODK, Papa Romeo Tango Kilo.
Overstock is up huge today again.
Again,
we're up $6,974.84 on our Overstock calls there. Should have just got those regular calls instead of the spread.
Shares of Paratech.
Where is Santos? I want to know if he still has some Kodak, because knowing Eddie, he's probably sitting on a few. ABT, new 52-week highs. Take a look at Abbott. There goes NVIDIA. NVIDIA's on the run. Look at Kodak, $57.
BA Boeing. Boeing's CEO says airlines are deferring airplane
Kodak
orders,
shares were just halted again.
Completing orders and slowing down on stopping payments. They're also
She's going to $100 a share. No question.
Aircraft retirements.
Oh, Boeing's having some problems. Aircraft retirements. Let's see here. Square poppin', says Avilio. Jack, you could set up a separate account for them easily. There goes NVIDIA again. Big breakout on NVIDIA. Nearing 418.50. Avilio said he just made 20% on those GE puts we were just talking about. Remember that big drawing I just made on GE? Nice job there, Avilio. Nice job. Jack, yeah, you could transfer those holdings to the other account. Who do you have? E-Trade, TD Ameritrade? Eddie, or not Eddie, Avilio, are you still in the GE puts or did you sell? She's heading lower. He sold them. Nice job. UHS was just upgraded to 140 bucks a share. Let's see, UHS. UHS 113.64. Look at Kodak, up 600% today, up 1,500% this week already. More than 50. No, I'm sorry. We're up, what? More like 3,500% for the week. UHS 145. 140 target on UHS.
Shares of Kodak hitting 60 and then halted again at 53.37.
Guys, so obviously healthcare stocks are going to continue to climb into the election, right? Healthcare stocks, if they're thinking a Democrat's going to come in office, healthcare stocks are going to go through the roof. So UHS was just upgraded here. Let me share this with you here in the trade room. Take a look at this information that just came out to the live newswire. Credit Suisse maintains outperform on Universal Health Services, raises price target to 140 bucks. She's in breakout momentum. This is looking great here. I'm going to make a swing trade on UHS. UHS. I'll go into the December 18th expo. I like that. We could look at the delta of 0.48 on the 120s. That's great. They're pretty cheap. 30, 40. That should easily get up to that. Easily. 110 strikes only going for 15 bucks. So at 125. So if we pick this up, those of you that are new, if you pick up this call here, let's say the 115, right? Let's just go with the 110. It's easy numbers here to deal with. So here's the strike. This is for December 18th Expo, which happens to be my birthday. Theoretically, it's worth $15. So your break even is your strike price plus what you paid. So 110 plus 15, your break even is 125. Now for 100% return, you need to add another premium to that break even. BE stands for break even. Break even is strike price plus premium paid, PP. So PP equals $15, and this is for the call. So your break even, if you bought this 110 strike call, is going to be
GM
110
CEO
plus
says
15, so
outlook,
125.
for a long-term target of 10%
100%, you're adding another 15 to that. So at 140,
Michael, GM.
you're going to have a 140 equals a 100% return. So at 140 a share there, you have a 100% return. Now let's look at the spread side of this and see which one comes out to a better option here. Buy to open, the vertical call. And let's see, for the December 18th expo. Now let's look at the outer end there, the 135, 140. So that's going for about, it's not going to be that much, $2.90 to be worth $5. Now see something that much. So there's a $5 difference here between the two strikes. So the max this could be worth is what? $5. So they're saying that this is going for about $1.50 to $4.15. They're doing a midpoint of $2.82. I'd look at this closer to the $1.20 area, you know. So I think this you could get for about $1.50 or less. Kodak shares finally fallen, but halted again now. 47.25. Stiffy maintains hold on Harley Davidson, raises price target at $27.
PRTK, Paratech Pharma shares still halted on a circuit breaker.
So on something like this, obviously I'd much rather go with that 110 strike call. You know, this is going to increase. So it has a delta of 60.5 cents. So here's the other thing you got to look at here. You know, if you have a delta of 0.606, so 0.606, multiply that by, let's say you're looking for that quick 120 target. So say you're looking for a $7 climb there. So 0.606 times that by a $7 climb, 0.606, multiply that by 7, that's 4.24. Okay, so if you pick this up for $15 and it's now worth, you know, $19.24, 15 plus 424 equals 19.24. 19.24, divide that by what you paid of 15, you're looking at a 28% gain if it quickly gets up to that 120, which it could get up to this week. So if you get something that's a longer term expo, I want you guys to understand this, because if you're having volatility in your account there and you're having big swings, take a look at a longer term expiration. Because if you have this longer term expo, you know, you have much more time on your side and you're not looking at theta, time decay, as rapidly as you are with going with a weekly expo. So if you're seeing the volatility in the markets now like you are, it's better to go with the longer term expo. This is a nice trade setup because number one, you have 140, they just upgraded it to, which happens to be resistance. So you have that 140 resistance,
Boeing CEO, Bravo
and then you
Alpha.
also
Boeing
had
CEO
an
says
upgrade.
encouraged by early signs of passenger traffic recovery, but the trajectory may be uneven going forward. That's BA Boeing.
What did I do there? You had an upgrade there. You had an upgrade to 142. So you have two things going for you there. You have resistance at 140. You have the upgrade to 140. Stock's at 113.82 right now. So to me, I'd rather pick up that 110 strike call. You know, you got plenty of time, and I think that's going to quickly get up to that 120 to 130 to even 140 area, definitely well before the October-November election. You know, I think October we could be seeing that locking in a really hefty gain there, especially given all the time till Expo, if we could lock that in between September and October. So that's a really nice trade setup there that we should be sending out there. Beautiful trade plan. UHS, this is looking good. So let's pick something up there. I'm going to go with the regular call on that. I'll go with 1 for now.
Sandy Hotel Alpha Kilo.
December. Which one do I want to go for? There's not much volume on that, which we didn't go over. Someone picked up one contract of that. See the bid and the ask, it's so massive. It's like 30% difference between the bid and the ask there. So Sajir said that one contract was him. Nice. What'd you get in for? 1554?
Looks like it was halted again on a circuit breaker at the high, up another $1. PRTK 611 now. And halted on a circuit breaker again.
Vinny, there's not much open interest or volume on this. Let's see UNH, what that one's doing. That's one that I just buy the shares of that one we were just looking at, UHS. I think we're going to see new highs on United Health. I didn't get a trade on UNH. That one usually has a little bit more option activity. And we got to keep that in mind when you're looking at that. You want something with volume, obviously, you know? Three 15s on this. All right, guys. So you want a spec trade, a high risk spec trade?
KODK.
These 315s are going for 68 cents, and if we get to that 320, which is going to be the next resistance, these could be worth 1,000% gain here. So those 315 straight calls for the July 31st, that could definitely be a nice trade idea here, and especially as she continues to break out and climb here. A $2 climb.
CEO says it will take 3 years for travel to recover to 2019 levels and a 3 years beyond that for the industry to return to normal growth trends.
All right, so I like that idea here for the 315 strike. That's just a spec trade here. I'll put it up to that. 10 contracts, that's easy. That was not filled. Order status, live, change. Wow, look at how much that is shooting higher there. Insane. All right, I am in at 85 cents. That was at 60 some cents there when I first announced it. I'm in at 85 cents. Now, if you want a day trade on it, you're looking for it to get up to that 309.50 to 310 area. So if you're going to just day trade it, and this is really important, guys, please listen to this. If you're day trading it, you're only day trading it up to that 309.50 to 310 area. Okay, if it gets up to that resistance fails, you're out of the trade. If you're swing trading it, I'm going to be looking closer to that 315 to 320 area. I think that could easily get to 315 to 320 by the end of the week there. And if it gets to that 320, well, we picked up the 315 for 80 cents there, 85 cents. So if it's worth 5, if it gets to that 320 minus 315 is 5. 5, divide that by what we paid for it of 0.85. So 5, divide that by 0.85. That's going to be 488.24% gain that we'd be looking for if you got up to that 320 target. And now the other thing, you see, it's a small trade. You know that we have a larger account. but this is a little bit higher risk of a spec trade because we're trading out of the money here. So that's what we're looking for, okay? We're looking for that nice setup there on UNH to continue that breakout momentum. We're seeing a lot of the healthcare companies get upgrades today, price target changes. So we initiated a position on that, and we're going to be holding on to it. Theta's huge on that one, Tyler, because we're so far out of the money.
Kodak
So
shares
you
now
have to understand, the further
31.90
out of the money you
in a
go,
high of
Tyler, the much
$60.
more time decay you're going to have. So that's
Down
why it's
47%
important if you're
from the
going out
high,
of the money to look at that data and see what your time
302%
decay is.
for the
So
day
that's why you
on
have to make that decision.
KODK.
Are you going to day trade it, or are you going to hold it and trade it up to that area there? So she's got a bid of 73 and ask of 91 cents. She's still continuing to climb, 308.60. Looking nice there. It's in the breakout momentum cycle and phase here on the 3-month daily, and on the today 1 minute. I like that. I like that chart on UNH there, especially for a swing trade. 3-month daily looks beautiful. Holding that 50, holding the 300 support area, 310 to 315. That's going to be target number 1, short term, and then 320 if market continues to break out this week.
ICLK,
Guys, take a look at NVIDIA.
691.
NVIDIA at 420.
ICLK.
Big breakout on NVIDIA. New highs of the day on NVIDIA on that last candle there. Let's see, NVIDIA trade doing great. Elliot said he just made another $1,000 on SPY. Nice job there. Great job, guys. Nicely done, guys. Still climbing on NVIDIA. Looking good. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to get off of here now, and it's almost 11 here. I'm going to get the unusual options activity segment ready for us. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in the office here alone today. Ephraim's working remotely. Rest of the team's working remotely as well, so I'm going to do some videos here. Going to make some unusual options activity videos for us, some trade ideas, and I'll see you guys in the trade room, all right? Those of you that are with us on YouTube here, if you guys want to come join us, let me log out here so you guys can see what you'll see as not a member. So this is what you'll see if you go to breakingchartalerts.com. You got a nice presentation here, exactly what our service is, what we offer. And then if you guys want to come join us, you could go up to the top here, click Join Now, Membership Plans.
BGFV.
You guys see on YouTube there.
On some volume, Bravo Golf Foxtrot Victor, BGFV.
You guys see on the YouTube video there the chat. One of our members just upgraded to the Pro Trader Elite today. He was a pro trader. He's made quite a bit of money. Mr. Jack Dottie. He just upgraded to the Pro Trader Elite today. And he announced that he made the profits following the trade plan. So he just upgraded. Congratulations, Jack Dottie. Great job there. And look forward to see you guys. So if you guys come join us, whichever package you'd like there. If you're totally new, we prefer you get the Pro Trader Elite. That's going to include classes, help you along the way there. Or if you already know how to trade, you could go with one of these packages. The Trader is the trade room, trade video in the morning. Pro Trader is the live trade room in the morning. the live video in the morning, the pre-market video, all the newsletters, text alerts, app alerts, and obviously then the trade alerts too sent out. So Pro Trader and the afternoon Pro Trader session as well. So if you guys want to come join us, go to breakingchartalerts.com, sign up. Our trade challenge, we have 2 accounts we trade on this account. We have the normal trade account. You guys could go to the trades once you log in. If you're not a member, you're not going to be able to see it. The trades, that's going to show you all of our current trades, all the trade ideas that were posted. The trade challenge, we started with a $2,500 account. We're up over 32 or 3,300 on that right now. So we really just started trading that actively as of the last week or two. So we're growing that. Going to be looking for some trade setups on that for today. Looking for some day trades for the trade challenge account. So if you guys are interested, we still have time to join us for the trade challenge account. You'll have access to that with the Pro Trader and Pro Trader Elite memberships. Alrighty, guys. And if you guys come join us, go to live trading. Once you guys sign up and you go to live trading, you'll see the live trade room, which we're going to be in now until about 1:32ish. And then there's another drop down for live trading in the afternoon. Once you join, you'll see that drop down. And then if you're a Pro Trader or a Pro Trader Elite, you'll have access to that live trade room or live trade video for the afternoon. And then those of you that want the alerts are right here. Go to the Breaking Chart News Alerts here, and you'll see everything posted here. I'm not sure why nothing was posted here for today yet, but we got the newsletter up so far. And that's that. So nice job, guys, and I'm gonna go get that done for the unusual options activity, and I'll see you guys in the afternoon Pro Trader session. Alrighty, take care, guys, and have a great afternoon. Bye bye.